Okay, a similar scenario to other games. Hard to understand.
Yeah, very hard to understand. Very frustrating. Yeah, we've tried to shake things up a little bit. We've changed roles a little bit, trained in different ways, trying to get the best out of our top order, and again, it didn't happen. So incredibly frustrating.
It looked as though the players came out with that sort of energy at the start, but the cross-bat shots were probably not the ideal option on that kind of pitch.
Yeah, and again, frustrating thing. You know, we've done all the training. We spoke about committing to your decisions. We spoke about taking the game on a little bit. We spoke about the transition from one-day cricket to 2020 cricket. And we didn't execute it well enough again. You know, we just didn't play well enough. The cross-batted shots weren't the option. And we need to assess the conditions better. We went out looking to get 180 when 140 is probably going to be enough, and that caught us. But again, that's experience. Very inexperienced top order out there tonight, and again, that inexperience showed.
It makes it tough on the bowlers too, because you've got to bowl them out. You can't defend that total, can you?
No, you can't defend that total. I mean, they can have 2 good overs and they break the back of the innings. You know, we tried hard, and again, setting for us as a young unit is a lot tougher than chasing, because the game tells you how to play it when you're chasing. So setting is a little bit tougher, and that's something we've got to get used to. You know, we're certainly not giving up hope on this group. This is a good group of young players who will go away from here gaining a hell of a lot out of this experience. But again, we've just got to be smarter. We've just got to assess better, and then obviously we've just got to execute better. So incredibly frustrating at the moment, but we're giving it a good go.
Your players spoke earlier in the week about the importance of early wickets. You got a couple of those today. At that point, did you feel like we may pull this off? We may pull off a bit of an upset?
Yeah, it was. And then Munro swept a dub to the one right out on the deep square leg boundary. A little bit more alert. We take that catch. Then you know there's a bit of panic. We knew that. I think with the stat had come in that I think South Africa bowled New Zealand out here for just over 80 odd or 70 odd last year. So we thought, you know, if we get a couple of wickets, we could get in there. But it wasn't to be. But again, another learning experience for a young group of players who we're investing heavily in at the moment.
I know it's difficult in 2020, the shorter format. When you're losing early wickets, do you want to see your new batsmen go out there and try and hit boundaries from ball one? Do you want to see them maybe take a couple of overs to get set? I mean, how do you assess that situation?
No, it's a balance. It's certainly a balance, and we've clearly defined roles for every one of our players now, because you know we want them to play within those parameters. That's how far we've gone in terms of our attention to detail. But we need to assess conditions, and those conditions tonight, as I said, were probably 140. 140, 150, you get early wickets, you're putting some serious pressure on the New Zealand batting lineup. But the shots we went and played were as if we needed 170. So that's a disappointing thing. It's just grasping those and assessing, and then batting accordingly.
Mickey, you mentioned New Zealand got bowled out for not very much in South Africa, and then in tonight's pitch. What have you made of this drop in pitch in terms of its suitability for a 2020 international?
Yeah, to be brutally honest and candid, I'm not sure it was a great wicket. I don't think it was as bad a wicket as the scoreline suggested, and I certainly don't think it was a 103 all-out wicket. But it certainly wasn't the pitches that we've been getting in New Zealand, because the wickets we've been getting have been very, very good all around the country. We looked at it today and we thought, oh, it looked a bit interesting. We looked as if it was going to grip for the spinners, which it did. And our batters just said they didn't ever feel in. You know, the balls, they were being splashed quite a lot and then a little bit inconsistent. But I know you can't certainly blame them. It certainly wasn't a 102 all-out wicket.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mick.
Thanks very much.